Swapped out that ESC for a Dynamite. Dynamite 60 amp ESC. And so it's both still 60 amp. I was gonna put a 1040, but I forgot I had a Dynamite. Seems a little slower, but not slow, just slower. But then again, I did turn the timing down. Came off the rim. Alright, well, more work to be done. Peace. Back out here with the top four. Is going to try out this Dynamite ESC. So far, so good. Pretty fast, too. Just gonna kind of mess around and see if it goes into cutoff mode or not. Yep, this ESC is doing the same thing. So let's try a 1040 next. Alright guys, third ESC of the day. Started with the 1060 Hobbywing, then went with the Dynamite 60 amp, and now we have the 1040 Hobbywing. Both 60 amps did the same thing. They ran for a couple passes and they would go into like limp mode or whatever it's called. They would drop down to 50% power. I'm not sure why, but I've ran this motor with the 1040 in my other buggy, and also a 40 amp stock Arma 2-in-1 that comes in the phase on with no issue. But for some reason this motor is giving my 60 amp ESCs an issue. Like I said in my previous video, same thing was happening with Chris T. So we'll see. Feet. Let's see. Crash them all the time, bro. It's a part of the game. Yeah. That's how they make all that money off replacement parts. It's like some companies make their shit extra brittle so you can buy parts. This one, not so much. This is a kit I built from scratch. That's why it takes me so long to test it out and just finally get it dialed in. I got to come out here and try it multiple times. This is about the fourth run I did today. I was down at the water running too. But this is old school right here. This is all the old school technology in it. It's I'm trying to make it go pretty fast with the old school style motors, so it's kind of harder to do. But it's moving. It's about 40, 35, 40. It's about 40. And this is with the old school brushed motor, so. And this buggy was a kit from 1991. So it's old school all the way through and through. So when I was a kid, I wanted it. But it was probably, I think it was around $400 or $500 back then. And back then that was a shit, that was 30 years ago almost. Yeah, so nowadays it's around the same price, but it's different now. $300, $400 now is a lot less than it was back then. So seems to be going well though. About 300 feet. Yeah, but finally, man, I got an ESC that works, that I could actually drive with for more than a minute. Yeah, this thing turns some pretty good RPM.